What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. We are here on the Chaos 10 Dead Road, and it is time to bust out the Power Poons once again. The changes to the Ballista in Dungeon Defenders 2, giving it that anti-clipping effect, just make it an absolutely incredibly useful defense in many situations through the game. It is a powerhouse of a main defense, and that's how we're going to be using it here today. So we got full-on power, mass destruction, destruction, and power bolts with piercer servo, defense rate servo, and anti-melee. Now, this particular defense is a fun one to set up with the Burning Bolts mod. However, for this run, we are going to go full power and not utility. Let's go ahead and build it out. In addition to that, we're going to use our training dummies, Juggernaut Auto Repair System and Automation with Accumulator, Protective Downgrade, and Harden. Let's see, where do we want to start? I think we want to start off over here. Now, I'm curious, the reason I chose this map is I'm kind of curious about a few things. First off, building one set of ballistas right here to cover both of these lanes should work fantastic. In the past, we've always had clipping issues. So there's been, bolts that would clip into these trees, into this little ledge here. Additionally, over here, we got this tree. So it kind of an ideal place to build this lane is going to be kind of like over this way. That way you can cover all the lanes from the same spot. So going something like that, it covers the skeleton lane, it'll cover the flyer lane, and it will cover that lane. So with that in mind, we're going to put this little anti-clipping feature to the test and see how well it works out. We'll go ahead and throw a training dummy, say, just go right about there, and we'll give it a reflect beam, something, say, like that. Now we are going to want to get a reflectant over here for all of our pylons. And additionally, I'm going to give it a buff beam and a boostara. Get all of the things down. Now, over here, we got a pretty straightforward setup. You know what? We could actually probably fit one more harpoon over here, huh? Let's do that. Let's go one more. Let's see. So let's go, let's go something like that. And then we'll just throw the boostara behind there. That works out perfect. We're going to do the same type of thing right here. Now, I do want to go back a little ways, and the reason being is I want to take advantage of this section. The harpoons do pierce, of course, and it makes them incredibly powerful on a straightaway lane. So let's go something like that. Let's see, we'll give it the old reflect action, and then we'll just put the poons here down behind. So how do we want to do it? Let's go, let's just go 4 of them again right here. That's going to leave me an extra 50 DU for the double lane, where this is a double lane too, but let's go ahead and go something like that. We'll get, just get our pylons in like that, and then we'll give it the buff beam for diffusion as well. And that, oh wow, that actually leaves me 650 DU. Oh, we can go way crazier than this. Let's see. Let's go one more poon there. And one more there. And then get our buff beam back down. I was thinking 4 lanes. And I'm actually building it as if it was a 3-lane map. So with that in mind, we could have just a ton of room here. Let's see. Let's go with a training dummy like right there. We'll go with another one, say right about there. And let's just see what we have left. I might not actually be able to fit all of them up on top of that log where I kind of want to. Let's see. We want to start at the back. Let's get our buff beam down first. Let's just go right down the full length of the log here, and then let's just build based off of that. We got 450 D left, so we got an absolute truckload left. Let's see. Can we split the log? I mean, we should be able to. Of course, it's going to be a little bit thinner up here, but let's just keep splitting the log and go down. I want to really be able to watch this lane, but I'm worried that the other side might be a little bit weak. So what, we can get 8 of them in? Alright, we got 8 Poons in there. We need to give them that boost aura, and then let's give them a little pylon action as well. And what does that leave? That leaves 70 left. What do we want to do with 70? Well, we could put something in to help with the flyers over here. And we do have frost mobs up there. Is that what we want to do? We're going to have some cyborgs as well. I mean, we could go just something like this to help with the flyers and the frost mobs. Not sure, you know, we'll give it the pylons and then also give it automation for those cyborgs. So let's actually do it. Let's go with something like that and see how it goes. This is the main worry zone. So let me check over here for at least one lane and make sure it is going smooth. You see those projectiles are making it to the targets. So good stuff there. And what about over here? Over here we got good line of sight. The chieftain are getting absolutely wrecked. The bad part about splitting lanes, of course, is like it seems like they're aggroing to the left lane first when the mobs seem pretty close. I know the bolts are splitting there now, so we're getting a little action in both lanes. Chieftain at the wall, but wasn't there long enough to really do anything, so we're in good shape there. We got the full spin action going here now. Yeah, it looks like it's not going to be an issue. We're just going to shred through it without any problems. All right, let's see what we got. So we know this is going to be a boss lane. We got a Tuskar coming out on this one. So let's just get one upgrade on that training dummy there. And then let's throw in some upgrades over here. In fact, I think we got enough. I think we'll have enough mana to maybe upgrade all of the Poons one time. Let's check it out and see. Yeah, I believe so, because we still got mana laying over here. Alright, looking good. So let's get, let's just go right into full damage. So let's get an upgrade on all of these guys. Good enough, we'll let it fly. I'll throw that last upgrade on that one, since that is kind of a double lane there. Kind of strange. I thought this lane was going to be the biggest issue, and for the most part, it seems that lane's getting spawn camped. I mean, there'll, you know, obviously there'll be some chieftain, and let's see what this chieftain does. Oh, he's dead already. Oh, I see. That chieftain was forced to buff right at the spawn. So we're actually, it looks like we might be in better shape on this area than really probably anywhere else on the map. I'm going to have to be conscious of flyers, even with that flame aura up there. I can get, you know, a few upgrades on that, of course, and that will help the flame aura quite a bit. Yeah, it's actually really smooth sailing. So it's as I'd hoped. The harpoons, or the ballista, were already really good. And that anti-clipping feature on them just made them, it took them up a couple of notches for sure. Go ahead and upgrade that. Let's just go ahead and continue to slam over here. And let's just let it fly. I don't think we're actually going to need much more, so I'm just going to kind of spam in upgrades wherever it's convenient. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have a relatively smooth sailing experience. You know, I didn't even look at Tuskar that time. So he must have just got smacked really quick by the harpoons. Now, the bosses do tend to come out a little later sometime in the waves on this map. So there may not have been anything there, and then Tuskar could have just gotten slapped. We'll keep an eye out for the mini-bosses this time around, though. See, we got a captain rolling out from that lower lane over here. Or no, the captain's coming from the top. Wow, the captain got annihilated. The Poons do hit hard. I mean, it's a slow-firing defense, once per second. They do pack a nice little punch, though. And then, you know, if your power bolts procs as well... What is that? 70%? 72% extra magical damage anytime that procs. So, I mean, that's a big shot. There's no doubt about it. Let's just let it fly here. We do have a Squire over here. We're only going to have to deal with him one more time, so I think he'll probably be fine. Yeah, the power of the Poons is incredible. You saw how fast Squire just burned down there. Now, Squire, of course, is a melee mob, so that anti-melee was helping out on that one as well. It's actually pleasantly surprising seeing nothing really making it to the walls. One of the reasons we always use walls, or it's just a good idea to use walls in Chaos 10, is you've got an enemy that can go immune. So since you have an enemy that can go immune, being the chieftain, you throw a wall down, and that is the counter for it. If you can't burn it prior to it getting to the core, then you have to stop it, and a blockade or wall does that for you. But it appears that we may not have even really needed them. What is that? It's 40 more DU. Got a siege roller over here. We're going to have to get in on that guy. Of course, if we would have used like Splody or whatever, we may have been able to automate this siege roller. Let's just go ahead and get him down. And there we go, our final wave. So I don't even really feel like I need to spend the rest of this mana. I will dump it in somewhere, though. We got a captain there. We've got an ogre. We got Gribs. Let's just, let's slap it in right here. We'll put it into, yeah, let's just jack everything up right there. So here's a look at just the single target power. Now, obviously, that's 4 of them. But what, 3 cycles? So 3 seconds like Kellyon kill. Not the fastest. As far as burning through, what was that? Like 60 million health? 60, 70 million health? Definitely not the fastest defense in the game for burning through that. But not too shabby either. Especially considering it's a defense that pierces. So anytime you have a straight lane and that bolt can just continue on, it's just going to devastate. Now, putting them up like we put them here, we're not really taking full advantage of that pierce. If we had them down in the lane, ground level, where it could shoot through the mobs, things would work out a little bit better. Let's see how fast the captain's just down. This chieftain is down. We got Gribs now. Let's see what happens to Gribs here. Gribs down. Wow. Just super fast. You combine that with it being just an incredible utility defense now, and you just got yourself a powerhouse, y'all. The Squire really deserves a place in the deck on a real regular basis. We got some sort of a little change to cannonballs, and the Squire, I think, would without a doubt be kind of a meta go-to builder. But there we go. There is the Power Poons in action once again, this time on the Dead Road. But thanks a ton for watching. Hopefully everyone's having a great week, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.